Splatoon 3 has a lot of fun game modes, some very casual and others very competitive. Today, I'm going to rank every multiplayer game mode. Thanks for coming back to my channel and supporting my videos. Right now, I have 90 subscribers, and I want to thank everyone who has subscribed this past month. Right now, only 15.1% of you who watch my videos are subscribed. Please subscribe, it's free. Alrighty, let's get into the video. Before I start ranking the game modes, you guys need to learn how I'm ranking these modes. For starters, how fun do I have while playing certain game modes? Secondly, how well do the game modes play with the map selection? Because some maps just don't work well in my opinion. Thirdly, the time limit. And finally, how well can you counterattack? Now that you know how I'm going to rank these game modes, let's start off with the OG game mode, Turf War. The goal of Turf War is to cover the map with a majority of your team's ink. Although, this can be hard because the opposing team is trying to do the same. To make it even more interesting, you and the opposing team can splat each other to give your team or the enemy team the advantage. I play this mode the most. With over 100 hours on this game, about 50 of those hours are me playing Turf War. This mode is a bunch of fun, and I never get tired of it. This mode I definitely have the most fun just because of how confident I play while playing this mode, since I played it the most. The best thing about Turf War is most maps play very well with this game mode. My only gripe about a few maps is high ground and flanks. While most maps have this, a map like Barnacle and Dime does not. The only way to get to the enemy side is straight through the middle, and with very little high ground it can be hard to get advantage over a player on the opposing team. With a 3-minute time limit, this makes this easily the most repetitive game mode, but in a good way. It goes by quickly, but once the match is over, I'm put right into another game within seconds, which is what I love about Turf War. I'm gonna give Turf War a 9 out of 10. Next, we got Tower Control. The goal of this mode is simple: control the tower. You have 5 minutes to get the tower to the enemy side or vice versa. Whoever gets all the way to the final checkpoint or the team farthest into enemy territory wins. This is the only game mode that plays very well on every map. The tower is set at the middle of the map until one team starts to move it. My personal favorite map to play this game mode on is Brinewater Springs. The 5-minute time limit is also perfect for this game mode. I believe every ranked mode has a 5-minute time limit, but I think this time limit works best just because of how back and forth both teams go during this mode. Tower control is also probably the easiest mode to counterattack. You only need to gain control of the tower to set the team back. So, if the enemy team isn't paying attention, you could definitely sneak up the tower and catch them off guard. For me, this game mode is a 10 out of 10. Splat Zones is a game mode where you fight to control a zone for 5 minutes. Whoever holds control for 100 seconds wins the game. I also really like this game mode. This is another mode where it goes back and forth from both teams throughout the match. As much as I love this mode, not every map works well with this mode. Scorch Gorge is one of those maps. The zone on this map is huge, and not to mention right in the middle of the zone is a giant and super wide tower, which you can climb up to, but the top doesn't count as a zone, which is weird. I don't like playing Splat Zones on this map. It's very hard to gain control of the zone because of what I just listed, but the worst thing about it is a lot of the times on this map, if the enemy team gains control, you are going to have a really difficult time gaining control because you have to gain control of the back side. If the big tower wasn't in the middle, it would make it way better. The 5-minute time limit also works really well for this game mode too, so I got nothing to complain about. Overall, I'll give Splat Zones a 7 out of 10. Fourthly, we got Rainmaker. The goal of Rainmaker is to snag the Rainmaker, which is this guy. Once either team grabs it, you have to bring the Rainmaker to the enemy side, completing checkpoints along the way. The cool thing about Rainmaker is once you grab it, you can use it as a weapon. The Rainmaker shoots a large blast of ink that explodes after a few seconds, which can be used to your advantage as you're moving to the enemy side. I have a lot of fun with this game mode too, although this is definitely my least played game mode compared to the rest. That doesn't mean I don't like it, it just isn't in the rotation a lot when I play. This mode is another mode where all maps work pretty well since it's a checkpoint based objective, and I have no complaints about it, but I do have a complaint about the time limit. Personally, I think the 5-minute time limit is too short for this mode. Like Splat Zones and Tower Control, both teams go back and forth a lot in this game mode, and every game I play goes into overtime. I just wish it was a few minutes longer. Overall, I'll give Rainmaker an 8 out of 10. Finally, we have the one, the only Clam Blitz. The goal of Clam Blitz is to collect 8 clams. Once you collect 8, a football spawns on your player. On the enemy side is a goal. The idea is for you to make your way to the goal, throw the football in, and once the football is in, your teammates throw in their clams. Once you get 100 clams into the goal, you win. The game mode is one heck of a ride, I'll tell you. I played multiple games where it's down to 1 or 2 clans from both teams, and I'll tell you, I don't think I've ever screamed louder while playing this game mode. I always have a blast playing this mode. This mode is one of the most unique compared to the others too. The other modes mostly have to do with covering turf with your ink to control zones, or a tower, or most of the map, but this game mode has to do with clans. I've never played on a map that doesn't work well with this game, but I also haven't played every map with this game mode. So, I have no complaints personally about playability or time limit. The 5 minutes works very well with this game mode, and it really gives you a sense of urgency throughout the game. It's very hard to counterattack in this game mode though, which can be a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. Usually, you'll need your entire team to stay alive to push up, maybe 2 at least, but if the whole enemy team is alive, it's very hard to get the football. Especially if the whole enemy team is alive, because you can't take on the entire team with the football. Just trust me, you'll get splatted. Overall, Clan Blitz is definitely a 9 out of 10. Every game mode has its perks and faults, but I really enjoy all of them, but there was one that got a perfect score. So that means that the best game mode on Splatoon 3 is, in my opinion, Tower Control. Thanks for watching. If you like videos like these, please like and subscribe. Comment below what your favorite Splatoon 3 game mode is, and as always, I hope you enjoyed.